Have you ever stood in front of your closet and thought, asterisk, I have nothing to wear, asterisk, even though it's packed full of clothes? It's not that you don't have options, it's that nothing feels quite right anymore, isn't it? After 50, our bodies change, our shapes shift, and let's be honest, so does the way we see ourselves. You don't want to look like you're trying too hard to be 30 again, but you also don't want to fade into the background or dress like you've given up. I hear this all the time from women I've worked with over the past 15 years. But here's the good news. You don't have to choose between comfort and elegance. Casual fashion can be classy, comfortable, and confidence-boosting, all at the same time. When you learn how to choose the right pieces, something amazing happens. Your clothes stop just covering your body and start expressing who you truly are. In this video, I'm sharing 10 effortless outfit formulas that every woman over 50, 60, and 70 can wear to look chic and feel incredible. These aren't runway looks, they're real, wearable ideas inspired by real women I've styled and advised over the years. You'll hear stories of transformation, like the 65-year-old who instantly looked 10 years younger just by swapping her sneakers for a pair of classic loafers. And another woman who put on a blazer for the first time in years and said, I forgot I could look like this again. So stay with me until the end, because I'm going to reveal one secret outfit formula, something truly timeless, that will make you look effortlessly sophisticated, no matter your age. Trust me, just one small change can completely transform the woman you see in the mirror tomorrow. Think about it. Out of an entire week, how many days are you really wearing a formal dress or a tailored suit? Hardly any, right? Research from the Mature Style Institute shows that women over 50 spend nearly 80% of their time in casual clothing. Which means this: if your casual style is elevated, you'll look and feel amazing for 80% of your life. Let me ask you, have you ever run out the door in something super comfy, like oversized leggings and a stretched out tee, only to run into a friend at the grocery store and instantly wish you'd dressed a little better? On the flip side, imagine walking out of the house in an outfit that feels just as easy to wear, but instantly gives you confidence, poise, and that little spark of elegance. I'll share a personal story. When I was 52, I fell into the same trap. Day after day, it was black leggings, a baggy t-shirt, and bulky sneakers. It felt practical, but honestly, it made me look tired and older than I really was. One afternoon, I bumped into an old friend, and the first thing she said was, "Are you feeling okay? You look a little worn out." That was a wake-up call. My clothes weren't reflecting how I actually felt inside, they were sending the wrong message. So I started making small changes. A lightweight beige cardigan, a pair of dark wash jeans with just the right amount of stretch. Soft leather loafers. Nothing extravagant, but suddenly people were telling me, wow, you look younger, or, you look so put together. But the real shift wasn't in the compliments, it was in how I felt. I carried myself differently. I smiled more. I felt like I had energy again. So here's my question for you. Why do we put in the effort to look nice for a dinner party, but not when we're grabbing coffee, running errands, or just spending a casual day with family? The truth is, those everyday moments make up the majority of our lives. If casual is what we wear most of the time, shouldn't it also make us feel confident and beautiful? And science backs this up. A Harvard psychology study on women ages 55 to 70 found that over 70% reported feeling more confident and more socially engaged when they wore elevated casual outfits compared to when they wore sloppy, oversized clothing. In other words, what you wear directly affects how you connect with others, and how you see yourself. So, do you agree that our clothes are really a reflection of our spirit? When we dress well, we don't just look younger, we project vitality, confidence, and joy. And this brings us to the next point. Casual style becomes our second skin after 50. Because it's what we wear most of the time, it's worth investing in. The right fabrics, the right fit, and just a touch of elegance can transform casual into classy. So, how do we make that shift? Let's move into some easy outfit formulas that combine comfort with timeless style. A classic white tee paired with high-waisted jeans and loafers might sound simple, right? But that simplicity is exactly where the magic happens. After 50, the secret is all in the fabric and the fit. Choose a thicker cotton tee that holds its shape, not one that clings or shows too much. Your jeans should have a bit of stretch and sit high enough to smooth the midsection without feeling tight. And swap out bulky sneakers for soft leather loafers. They add instant polish while still keeping you comfortable. I remember one of my clients in California, she's 58 and used to hate jeans. She told me, they're for teenagers, not me. But once she tried a dark wash pair with a classic Gucci loafer, she looked in the mirror and said, "Oh wow, jeans can make me look Parisian." That moment said it all. The problem was never the jeans, it was how she wore them. So let me ask you, when was the last time you put on jeans and actually felt confident? If it's been a while, maybe it's time to give them another try. Now, let's talk about that effortless French-inspired look, the Breton-striped top, linen pants, and espadrilles. This combination has been a symbol of timeless elegance for decades. Stripes bring youth and energy, while linen adds softness and sophistication. For women over 60, go for thinner stripes on a white background. Wide stripes can overwhelm the frame. Stick with neutral shades like beige, ivory, or dove gray for the pants. They'll give you that coastal chic vibe without trying too hard. I'll never forget a woman I saw in Nice, France. She must have been around 70. She wore a navy striped tee, crisp white linen pants, a straw hat, and carried a simple canvas tote. Nothing about her outfit screamed designer, yet she looked effortlessly elegant. That's the beauty of it. True style doesn't come from how much you spend, but from how thoughtfully you choose. So I'll ask you, do you own a striped top? Have you ever tried pairing it with linen pants and espadrilles on a sunny day? Try it once. You'll see how it completely changes your energy. And for days when you want to look fresh and feel comfortable, you can never go wrong with a button-down shirt, capri pants, and sandals. A crisp white or sky blue shirt with the sleeves casually rolled up looks smart but relaxed. Capri pants hid just above the ankle, keeping your legs looking long and youthful. And instead of those painful heels, go for strappy flat sandals or low wedges. They're graceful without sacrificing comfort. One of my clients, who's 60, once told me she avoided button-downs because they felt too stiff. I encouraged her to try a soft cotton shirt in a pastel blue, paired with white capris and tan leather sandals. A week later, she told me, "I got more compliments than I have in years. I wish I'd dressed like this sooner." Sometimes, it's not about reinventing your wardrobe, it's about rediscovering pieces that make you feel alive again. What I love about these outfit formulas is how wearable they are. They don't demand effort or a big budget, just intention. Every look balances comfort with quiet confidence. And I want you to think about this. Which of these feels most like you? Are you drawn to the simplicity of the white tee and jeans? The effortless charm of the French stripes? Or the clean freshness of a button-down and capris? Picture yourself in one of these outfits, running errands, grabbing lunch, or meeting friends. How does it make you feel? Because style after 50 isn't about impressing anyone else. It's about showing up for yourself, feeling put together, alive, and proud of the woman you've become. Every casual outfit can tell a story, if you choose it with intention. And from here, we'll move into even more ways to transform everyday clothes into timeless, classy looks that make you feel your absolute best. One of the biggest mistakes I see women over 50 make with casual dressing is wearing clothes that are way too loose. I get it, we all want to feel comfortable, especially as our bodies change. But oversized clothing doesn't hide anything. In fact, it often makes you look heavier, older, and less polished. When your clothes hang off your body without shape, you lose that beautiful feminine silhouette that gives you presence. Comfort should never mean shapeless. A well-fitted blouse that drapes softly over your curves will always look 10 times more elegant than a baggy t-shirt. I remember putting on a gray oversized tee one morning to run errands. I caught a glimpse of myself in a store mirror and thought, oh no, I look tired. From that day on, I started choosing tops that had a little structure, a slight seam at the shoulder, a soft shape around the waist, and it completely changed how I looked and felt. So let me ask you, how many "it's comfortable" tops are sitting in your closet right now? And when was the last time you wore one and actually felt confident? The opposite mistake is going too tight. After 50, our bodies shift, maybe a fuller waist, softer arms, or a curvier hip. And when we squeeze into something fitted, every little line and fold shows. Skinny jeans, clingy dresses, or thin fabrics that stretch across the body. They don't flatter, they expose. A study from AARP found that more than 60% of women over 50 felt less confident in tight clothing, even though they thought it would make them look slimmer. The truth is, clothes that fit right, not too tight, not too loose, make all the difference. Here's a quick tip. Stand in front of the mirror, lift your arms, take a deep breath, and move around. If your outfit moves with you, not pulling, not sagging, that's your perfect fit. I always tell my clients, if you can hug your grandkids and still breathe comfortably, you've found your outfit. Another common mistake? Wearing too much black. I know, black feels safe. It's slimming, easy to match, and never goes out of style. But here's the catch. As we age, our skin loses some of its natural warmth and glow. Too much black near the face can drain color, making us look tired or washed out. A color study from the Pantone Institute found that 80% of women over 60 said they looked and felt younger when wearing lighter shades, like cream, soft blue, or blush, instead of black or charcoal. I used to be a black-only person myself. Black pants, black tops, black everything. Then a friend gave me a pale blue cardigan. The first day I wore it, everyone said, "You look so fresh today." I realized it wasn't a better night's sleep. It was the color lighting up my skin. Let's talk about shoes. Many women reach for chunky sneakers because they're comfortable, but those thick soles can throw off your proportions and make your outfit look heavy. Instead, try soft leather loafers, lightweight slip-ons, or low-block heel sandals. They're still easy on your feet but instantly more refined. One of my clients, age 65, used to wear black leggings, a loose tee, and big sneakers. She said, "I just want to be comfortable." We swapped them for cream culottes, a light blue cardigan, and tan sandals, and she couldn't stop smiling. "Everyone told me I look brighter and more put together," she said. And she did. Sometimes, all it takes is a shoe change to transform the entire look. Now, let's touch on accessories. Over-accessorizing is another common trap. After 50, elegance comes from simplicity, not abundance. A pair of pearl studs and a classic watch can say more than a dozen loud necklaces or stacked bangles. Remember, your accessories should highlight your face, not compete with it. Whenever you catch yourself wondering, is this too much? It probably is. Be honest with yourself. Do any of these sound familiar? Have you looked back at a photo recently and thought, why'd I look heavier or older than I feel? Often, it's not about your body at all. It's the clothes, the colors, or the proportions working against you. The good news is, every one of these mistakes is easy to fix. Once you start recognizing them, you can refine your casual style effortlessly. And that's exactly what we're going to do next. I'll walk you through simple tricks to elevate your everyday outfits so you can look classy, confident, and absolutely radiant, no matter your age. When it comes to elevating your everyday casual style into something truly classy, the very first thing I always talk about is fabric. After 50, what you wear against your skin matters more than ever, not just for how it looks, but for how it feels. Think quality over quantity. Cotton, linen, and silk blends are your best friends. Good cotton gives you structure and breathability. Linen keeps you cool, relaxed, and effortlessly elegant, and yes, that little bit of natural wrinkle isn't a flaw, it's part of its charm. And silk blends? They're pure magic. A silk blend blouse catches the light in the most flattering way, softens your skin tone, and moves with you. I still remember the first time I invested in a cream silk blend shirt. It didn't just make me look better, it changed the way I carried myself. I stood taller, smiled more, and somehow felt more put together. So let me ask you, how many pieces in your closet are made from truly good quality fabric? If you think about it, those are probably the ones you reach for over and over again. A recent study from the Mature Style Institute found that women over 50 tend to keep their natural fiber clothing 3 times longer than synthetic pieces. Why? Because they last, they breathe, and they make us feel like ourselves. Now, let's talk color. Neutral tones are the foundation of a classy wardrobe: beige, navy, white, soft gray. They're timeless, easy to mix, and they flatter nearly every complexion. But don't forget your accent colors. A splash of burgundy or olive green can bring warmth and personality to your look. One of my favorite tricks? Add a small silk scarf in a rich color to a simple outfit. I'll tell you a story. One morning I wore beige linen pants, a white shirt, and brown loafers. Nice, but something felt missing. So I tied a little burgundy silk scarf around my neck, and suddenly, people noticed. A woman at the cafe even said, "You look like you just walked out of Paris." I laughed because it literally took 2 seconds to tie that scarf. So tell me, what's one small thing you could add to your outfit tomorrow morning to make it feel a little more special? Let's move to accessories. After 50, elegance is about editing, not adding. You don't need 10 pieces of jewelry, you need the right 3. A pair of pearl studs, a sleek watch, and a soft leather tote can do more for your look than layers of necklaces ever will. I always say, if you have to ask, is this too much? It probably is. Simplicity reads as confidence. It tells the world, I know who I am. And we can't forget shoes. I honestly believe shoes make up 50% of your outfit's elegance. You can be in jeans and a tee, but if you're wearing soft leather loafers or ballet flats, you instantly look refined. On the other hand, bulky sneakers can drag down even the best outfit. I had a client, 65 years old, who always wore oversized sneakers because of foot pain. We found her a pair of low, cushioned leather sandals, stylish and supportive, and she couldn't believe the transformation. "I feel like I'm gliding," she told me. And she was right. Her posture, her walk, even her smile changed. A survey by Footwear News in 2024 found that 78% of women over 60 said they felt instantly more elegant in loafers or leather sandals than in sneakers. Shoes don't just change your outfit, they change your energy. Now, let's talk about layering, the secret to making casual look high-end in seconds. Layering adds depth and structure, even to the simplest outfit. A well-fitted blazer can make jeans and a tee look polished. A cozy cardigan softens a crisp button-down. And a classic camel trench coat? That's pure sophistication. I still remember wearing a denim jacket over a simple maxi dress one spring afternoon. 3 people, total strangers, complimented my look. One said, "You look effortlessly stylish." That's the goal. Not overdone. Effortless. So think about your own closet for a second. Do you have that one perfect blazer? A soft neutral cardigan? Maybe a timeless denim jacket? These are not just clothes, they're confidence builders. Each layer tells a story about who you are. Because when you choose quality fabrics, flattering neutrals, well-edited accessories, elegant shoes, and smart layering, you're not just dressing better, you're sending a message. You're saying, I care about myself. I know what works for me. And that's the real secret. Classy isn't about trying hard, it's about being comfortable in your own sophistication. I'll never forget Mary. She was 72 and living in New York when I first met her. The moment she sat down, she said something I've heard from so many women her age: I'm old now. It doesn't matter what I wear. My kids and grandkids don't even notice. Her tone was quiet, almost apologetic, as if style had become a luxury she no longer deserved. I smiled and said, "Mary, let's try something small, not to make you look younger, but to help you see yourself again." Asterisk. I handed her a beige maxi dress, a soft denim jacket, and a pair of clean white sneakers. When she stepped in front of the mirror, she froze. Then the tears came. "I can't remember the last time I thought I looked beautiful," she whispered. Maybe 30 years ago. That moment has stayed with me ever since, because fashion doesn't change your age, but it can completely change how you feel about yourself, instantly. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and recognized the woman staring back? Have you ever felt like you've disappeared somewhere between being a mother, a wife, or a grandmother? forgetting that the woman inside you still loves color, fabric, and feeling beautiful just for herself. According to a 2023 AARP survey, nearly 65% of women over 60 said they felt disconnected from their reflection. But here's the hopeful part. Almost 80% said they rediscovered joy after making just one small change in their style: a haircut, a brighter lipstick, a dress they once thought they were too old to wear. That tells us something powerful. Fashion isn't vanity, it's vitality. It's how we reconnect with our energy, our confidence, our spark. I know that from experience. About 10 years ago, after I retired, I stopped caring about what I wore. I lived in dark clothes that were practical but lifeless. Then one day, my daughter said, "Mom, why don't you wear that floral dress Dad used to love?" I laughed, but later that night, I found it in the back of my closet. I slipped it on, and it still fit. When I looked in the mirror, I saw her again, the woman who used to smile at her reflection. And in that moment, I realized I didn't need to look younger. I just needed to feel alive again. So let me ask you, when was the last time you wore something that made you feel confident and joyful? If it's been a while, maybe it's time. You deserve to feel beautiful at every age, not for anyone else's approval, but for the way it changes the way you move through the world. A study by the American Institute of Fashion Psychology found that when women wear outfits they feel good in, their dopamine levels, the brain's feel-good chemical, increase by 25% within the first 20 minutes. Just by changing what we wear, we can literally change our mood, our posture, and even the energy we give off. I've seen that light come back into women's eyes more times than I can count. Mary called me a few weeks later. She said, "I wore that dress to lunch with my friends, and they all told me I looked happy. But the truth is, I am happy." That's what it's all about. Not chasing youth, but rediscovering the woman you already are. Style after 50, 60, or 70 isn't about turning back time. It's about stepping forward, owning your story, your experience, your grace. Every blouse, every color, every accessory you choose is a declaration that says, "I'm still here. And I still shine." So maybe tomorrow, just try something new. Add a pop of color, wear that bold scarf, or bring back a dress that makes you smile. Because sometimes, the smallest changes bring the biggest awakenings. Every woman deserves her own Mary moment. And maybe, just maybe, yours is waiting for you tomorrow. Casual never means boring. After 50, 60, or even 70, you can still shine every single day. It's all about choosing the right fabrics, the right fit, and those subtle little details that make everything look intentional. Because those tiny choices are what separate just clothes from true personal style. The kind that makes you smile when you look in the mirror and think, "Yes, this feels like me." Asterisk. Remember, you don't need to look 30 again. You just need to be the most elegant, confident, and radiant version of asterisk yourself today. And if this video gave you a little spark of inspiration, don't let it stop here. This week, try one outfit from the video. Maybe a new color, a different silhouette, or a simple styling tweak that feels right for you. Take a quick before and after photo and share it in the comments. Your story might just inspire another woman to rediscover her own beauty too. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Don't get a new haircut until you watch this. Fashion Trends 2025 for women over 60. If you're truly serious about looking confident, youthful, and beautiful, that next video is something you can't afford to skip. Because fashion isn't just about what we wear, it's how we tell the world. I'm still here, and I still shine in my own way.